Okay, point 1. Then, what is sandwich generation? Have you heard of it before, or is it your first time knowing about it? History of the term sandwich generation. This term was first introduced in 1981 by a professor and practicum director at the University of Kentucky, Lexington, United States, named Dorothy A. Miller. The sandwich generation is a generation of adults who have to live for 3 generations for their parents, themselves, and their children. So, description of the sandwich generation. This condition is described to a sandwich where is a piece of meat and squished by 2 pieces of bread like this. The bread is like a 2 parent, the upper breed or the old generation, and children is like a lower breed or the young generation. While the main content of this sandwich in the form of meat, mayonnaise, sauce that is squished by the bread are likened to themselves, sandwich generation. Do you have imagined sandwich generation? Okay, to make you know more about sandwich generation, I will give you 3 characteristics of sandwich generation based on this rule. Maybe you one of them? So yeah, an aging and elder care expert senior living.org named Carol Abel categorizes the sandwich generation into 3 characteristics based on their roles. 1. The traditional sandwich generation is adults aged 14 to 15 years who are cursed by the paternal elderly parent and children who still need financially. And 2. The club sandwich generation, adults aged 30 until to 60 years who are squeezed by a virgin parent, children, and grandchildren if they have one, and or grandparent if they are still alive. And 3. The open-faced sandwich generation, anyone who is involved in caring of the elderly but is not professional occupation, such as nursing, home administrator, fall into this category. Okay, the last explanation in point 1 is about background the sandwich generation. So yeah, there are many factors behind it, but in general, this happened because of the parent financial failure, not meant to blame entirely, but the parents who don't have good financial planning for their old age have a great potential to make their children the next generation of sandwiches. And then the child will follow footsteps of their parents, later as parents who are not independent in their old age. And in the end, it will continue like this. Oh my god. Do you feel you are one of them? If so, let's go to point 2. Point 2. So if you are in this position, I have tips. Here are tips to be the happy sandwich generation. Point 1. Honest in misery yourself. Being honest about your abilities is the most important step. The term build the initial foundation with open alone regarding income family expectation can be managed. In essence, communicate financial capabilities as honestly as possible. Don't push yourself too hard to seem super responsible, even though you are in a big problem. Focus on the necessary thing, not what you want, because there is just an ego. The point 2 to be the happy sandwich generation. Change your mindset, strengthen your intention and discipline. By changing the mindset is basically the sandwich generation doing its role to serve parent. Precisely, this is the best momentum to repay parental affection. Don't let this pattern of thinking create a situation as a financial burden and failure of your parents. After changing your mindset and strengthening the attention, the next step is discipline in financial management. Okay, next, the 3 tips to be the happy sandwich generation is about the financial management. To create strict financial discipline, start with the measurable financial management and do it consistently. The first priority is, of course, fulfilling financial obligations such as paying house installment and other types of debt. The next priority is setting aside family need and parental right as communicate and honestly and frankly at the beginning. While it is running out, Yes, right. After setting aside all obligation, that the true financial ability, dividing income to the expenditure item will prevent us from financial illusion. And last, keep trying to be grateful. Maybe being the sandwich generation is the perfect gift because we are given the opportunity to provide for our families in difficult circumstances when revenue is not easy, but that doesn't mean having the situation is the best thing too. So keep trying, be grateful. Point 3. So how to break the chain of sandwich generation? First, manage income wisely by making clean saving, so that future needs that require large cuts do not disturb your financial stability. You need to make a financial plan for the future. The need in question are the education cost, emergency fund, etc. You can use the 50, 30, and 12 formula to manage your salary. By using this formula, you can divide your income by 50% for needs such as paying installment, bill, monthly shopping and more, and 30% you can enter into the section of entertainment and wishlist, and the remaining 10% for saving. Or other formula, if you have it, you can just use it for your financial plan. Have financial note recording cash flow in and out of money is very important ways. This can help you to know your financial movement every month. That way, you can determine the financial plan for this month and the next month properly. 3. Get another job or adding a source of income. To improve your financial condition, you can also increase your source of income by setting up passive income outside of active income. For example, by investing, renting property, or partnership and others. With increased income, it will be easier for you to manage financial flow according to the formula above. Fourth is setting a retirement program. This is important to break the chain of sandwich generation. You can set aside a portion of your income to invest in a retirement fund. If you routinely invest your income for a retirement fund, when you retire, it won't be a burden on your children. Fifth, have health insurance. By having health insurance, medical expenses can be covered by insurance accordance with the contract and mutual agreement. So you won't need a lot of money when you have to get treatment.